Well, good morning. It's week 12 of my training for UTMB Snowdon, and today we are back at Box Hill for fairly uncompromising assault on the hill. I think it's time to start really acclimatizing those legs to that first long climb out of Glamberis, where there's an approximately 8-kilometre climb, 1,000 meters of elevation, and it's fairly relentless. So I'm going to mimic that as best I can by going up and down Box Hill as many times as I possibly can to get my 12k run done. But before I do that, I've got to get across the river here. I've just walked across the bridge, and yet again I thought we were going to start entering summer in the UK, but we seem to be still having a lot of wet weather. So the stepping stones at Box Hill are swamped. There's no chance of getting across those, so I just walked across the bridge, and that river's fairly swollen. I'm using today as an opportunity to test out a few other things. So I've brought my poles with me, and I'm going to see if I can come up with a carrying solution for them, because I really haven't found a good way to store them. There's a possibility you can store it at the front, either side, one either side, and you can store it in the back just by hanging it off the back of your pack. I think that's probably the solution I'll use. The problem I have is that my shoulders are not very flexible, so I find it quite difficult to get my poles back in the pack each time I want to store them away. It could well be that I have to take my pack off, store them away, and put my pack back on, which could work okay for Snowdon because you have quite long climbs and then quite long descents, and I'm going to use the poles just on the ascents and keep my hands free for the descents. So today I'm going to test that out a bit. I'm going to get to the top of the hill, take my pack off, put the poles away, put the pack back on, and see if I can get just efficient at doing that so I don't waste lots of time faffing around with equipment on the mountain. Okay, so first hill, let's go. Camera away, poles out, Box Hill, here we come. Done. Up to Box Hill now, so let's see if I can get these poles in my backpack without taking my backpack off. It would be a lot easier if I could, but let's see. Well, I managed it, but it wasn't smoothest transition ever, but I think with a bit of practice that might actually work. I think that's secured, and we're good now for our first descent. I'm taking it very cautiously down these hills. The first goal of the Snowdon race is for me to arrive at the start line, and I can't do that if I've tripped up and broken my wrist going down Box Hill. So it's very, very wet today, more rain overnight. I don't think it's the time to start trying to break any records for going down Box Hill. Just being very, very careful because there's a lot of moisture around and the steps are very wet with lots of slippery mud. So there we are, bottom of Box Hill for the first time. Lots of people out today training on Box Hill. I think all those ultra marathons coming up, and everyone's coming here to have a last minute train up the hills. Okay, that's the second hill climb done. Let's see if we can get a quick change over and stow away with the poles. Okay, happy with that. I'm getting good at this now. I think that's going to be my strategy. Right, downhill. It's getting windy and cold now. Woo. Hill climb 3 done. That guy's passed me at least half a dozen times. He looks as fit as a butcher's dog, and he's down these steps as fast as you like. Look at, I tried to film him a few times, but he's just so fast when he goes past. Whether he's going up or down, it's very difficult, but I'd say he's pretty fit. Here he comes again. Hi. That's climb number 4 of Box Hill done. That's Box Hill number 5 done. That's number 6 done. I had a small fall and splashed my glasses with mud, but no damage done, just a small one. Oof. Box Hill number 7 done. So this is the 8th and final climb of Box Hill for today. I should just top out at 1,000 meters of ascent today, which is equivalent to more or less 1 climb up Snowdon. So that gives you a sense of what I'm going to have to do on the 11th of May. I've got to do 3,400 meters, so I have to do 3.5 times what I did today. Not easy, but this is good training. I had a funny incident with the dad earlier. He saw me pass on the way down, and then I came back up and he said, "Have you just gone down and then all the way back up again?" I said, "Well, I have actually." I couldn't help flexing a bit, and I said, "Actually, it's my 7th time." And he went, "What?" And he almost freaked out. It's quite funny. But anyway, I guess it shows this sort of thing isn't normal. It requires quite a bit of effort and application. So here we are on Good Friday, getting it done. Of course, don't forget to do... Oh. There you go. Yeeks. Always the way, whenever I'm talking to the camera, I fall over. What I was about to say, before I was so rudely interrupted by my fall, was don't forget to have a think about whether you want to donate to the charity I'm running for. It's a great cause. I've sent out some emails to some friends, family and business colleagues this week, and they've been very supportive and donated even more money. So a big thank you to everybody who's done that. I put a link in the description below, so if you want to support Icon, which supports young people who have mental health issues and gives them support and counselling, then please do so by clicking on the link and going to my Just Giving page. And of course, from a YouTube perspective, if you're following these videos and you want to see some more, please subscribe and click on the like. That's the encouragement for me. Makes no difference really financially or anything. It's just nice to think a few people are watching. That fall reminds me so much how risky it is filming when you're going up or down. I think 9 times out of 10 when I fall over, it's because I've got the camera out. I'm going to have to be super careful about that in Snowdon this year, because I'm keen to document it, but I don't want to document myself falling off Snowdon. That's not good. Oh, hi. Okay, well that's 8 climbs of Box Hill done. Very successful outing, 1,000 meters of elevation, and I've now sorted out my running pole carrying storage strategy, and I got good at storing those behind me, and that's all sorted now for the day, and settled my mind on that one. So from a very wet and windy Box Hill, I shall wish you a very happy Easter, and I shall see you next week, and say goodbye from week 12 of the UTMB 55k Snowdon training. See you next week.